All right, so we're here with Max Miller, Assistant Athletics Director for Recreation and Wellness. How's it going, Max?
It's going great. Happy to be here with you, even though we're from a distance. It's always great to see a friendly face.
Good to hear. So, Max, this is going to be the first conversation we're trying to have with administrators and coaches from our department, just kind of finding out a little bit more about you and your role at Swarthmore. And just first question I wanted to ask you, in your time here so far, what are some things about Swarthmore that you've really appreciated?
Yeah, definitely. One word comes to mind, and that's community. Specifically, the community within our athletic department. Very friendly. Everyone is willing to give some advice or be a sounding board if you have some ideas, but also the community of our greater campus, where I can partner with different offices, programs, and students throughout the academic year while on campus or currently while being at a distance.
A lot falls under your umbrella with your job title. What are those responsibilities like for you? And I know they've changed a lot recently, but what was it like before we went to distance learning, and what's it like now?
Yeah. So the great thing about Swarthmore being such a small community is that we're involved in a lot of different things, and I really enjoy being able to make an impact in so many different ways. So I provide a lot of programming opportunities for the college, such as managing the intramural sports program, working with the club sports leadership to effectively run their student organizations. I develop a robust group exercise program and am involved in the coordination of the physical education program. And since moving virtual, I've created a resource website for individuals to improve their well-being, created esports leagues for FIFA and Rocket League for students, faculty, and staff to compete against each other through video game platforms. I am facilitating group exercise programming such as yoga, Pilates, and aerobics through Zoom. Created a challenge called the Get Up and Move Challenge, where students, faculty, and staff compete to travel the furthest distance by walking, jogging, running, and biking. And tomorrow I'm launching a Words with Friends competition for students, faculty, and staff. And all of these are ways for our campus community to enhance and improve their holistic well-being, not just their physical well-being.
What are one or two things that you're most proud of that you've implemented here at Swarthmore?
Yeah, sure. So I don't know if there's one or two things that I'm most proud of, but as a whole, I'm most proud of being able to make an impact on the experience of our students, faculty, and staff members at the college. I'm, like I talked about, involved in different sports programming and other programming around physical well-being. So just being able to help make their day a little bit more fun, give them an opportunity to de-stress on the weekends, or just another way to stay connected.
Good. You mentioned that website with all the resources on there for things that we can do to stay active and everything during this time. Can you share what that site is and how we can find it?
Yeah. So anyone can go to swarthmoreathletics.com/wellbeing to find the resources. And there are different resources on there ranging from free on-demand fitness and wellness content to links for virtual tours of museums throughout the country and the world, different ways to do virtual tours of historic monuments, a pen pal program through the college that our library system has created, which is really cool and I'm participating in currently.
Is there a favorite resource of yours from that list?
Yeah, so I love to cook. I cook just about every night here for dinner, always having like a good leftover meal for lunch the next day. So there are some cooking resources with free online cooking lessons linked through the page. So that's definitely one of my favorite things that I found to list on the resource page.
Nice. What's the best dish you've made recently?
Recently, I would say, so Passover is just ending tonight. So I have made 2 fantastic batches of matzo ball soup from scratch that my family has really enjoyed. In addition, I have made, I've used the grill a lot recently. We've had some good weather, so I've made some good steak on the grill, salmon on the grill. Any way to still basically to get outside and enjoy that sunshine while using the grill and cooking.
Nice. Has the way you've celebrated Passover changed in this time? Like,
Yeah, it definitely has. So it started out on the first 2 nights by doing a Zoom session for the Passover Seder with family and friends. Definitely very unique because we're normally all together sitting around a long table, eating a great meal together, working through the Passover story, and going through our Haggadah, which is the book that tells the story around the Passover Seder. So this year, I sort of did some research and found 2 different Haggadahs to put together. One was a 2-minute one, and one was sort of a Haggadah for 2020, talking about sort of the times that we're in. Put that together and created a 10-minute Seder for my family and my wife's family to take part in. Assigned everybody different roles, and we were done 10, 15 minutes. We were able to chat for a little bit, and then got to dinner, and it was really nice to still be able to connect in this time, even though we couldn't be physically together in person.
that's great that technology is able to still bring everyone together.
Yeah, I agree.
So you've probably used Zoom like more than ever, like in this time. What are some of your favorite Zoom tricks or favorite Zoom backgrounds that you've been able to use? Maybe you can show them off to us.
Yeah, definitely. This is a really fun question. So I'll take you through a tour of my favorites by changing my background. So to start off, aside from obviously feeling like I'm at a press conference right now with this Swarthmore athletics background, so my number one favorite right now is the Simpsons background. It's incredibly eye-catching, and when I've been in different Zoom calls through my professional association, NERSA, some of my friends it's piqued their eye, and they've definitely seen that I'm here. Simpsons, obviously a classic. It was part of my childhood. I can always turn on the TV and see a Simpsons episode. Another one of my favorites is this background from The Office. Last year, I was really late to the game and watched the entire series of The Office in April and May of 2019. So being able to just, bring myself into The Office has been a lot of fun. And then lastly, this wonderful image that you took, I think, of our North Campus here at Swarthmore, to sort of feel that connection to campus. And it's just a beautiful image of, I think it's probably around fall when the leaves are starting to change. So really enjoyed that. And then lastly, I have recently found this one video background from Star Wars where it has footage of, I think they're TIE fighters going through and the X-Wings in a battle scene. So throwing this on when the mood's a little lighter in a meeting to get people just seeing a different perspective and a different background to lighten the mood a bit.
That's awesome. I love all of those backgrounds. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So I know both of us are big sports fans. It's painful not having live sports to watch right now. Which one are you most looking forward to starting up again?
So I went to my first baseball game in August of 1995 at Veterans Stadium when the Phillies beat the Houston Astros. Baseball is absolutely the first sport that I fell in love with, and I hope it comes back with or without fans in attendance. Whatever method gets the sport back quicker in the safest possible way, I'll be happy with. But I definitely have enjoyed watching basically the different competitions for the baseball players, the basketball players, and the football players on MLB The Show, NBA 2K, and Madden. And definitely, I think it's awesome when the professional athletes are competing against each other. You can see the passion that they have for the sport. And even if they're not using their team, the team that they're being paid by, they're still having a blast playing the game that they love.
Max, are you yourself playing in the esports league that you set up?
So I am going to be in the Words with Friends League. That's going to be starting tomorrow. I am definitely not good enough to play in these esports leagues that I created. I know one of our assistant coaches, Sam Davey, who's for the swim team, he's our assistant coach, is in the FIFA league, and he is having a lot of fun. There's about 12 students and staff members that are engaged in FIFA and Rocket League for the esports league going on.
And back to live sports, which of the 4 major Philly teams do you think will be the first to win a championship next?
Oh man. That's a really good question. I think the Sixers are furthest away. I'll start from I don't know. I guess the next team to win a championship in Philadelphia, from our 4 pro teams, I would say will be the Philadelphia Flyers. I think they have great young talent. We finally have our goalie, and he's young and talented. We have a great coach, and I think the upper management is willing to stay current with the trends of hockey and be fast paced, but also have some physical people on the ice to get it done.
You heard it here first. Gritty and the Flyers going to bring home that Stanley Cup.
Exactly.
And Max, last question I have for you. What's the all-time greatest sports moment you've experienced in person or on TV?
Yeah. So it's something I thought long and hard about over the last few weeks as replays have been on TV. And I know that a lot of Philadelphia sports fans in our generation will immediately say the day that the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl. But for me, it was just after the Phillies won the World Series in 2008. I drove home from Rutgers University to go to the parade with 2 of my best friends, one who went to school in Pittsburgh who drove home, and the other who was a bit more local in Reading, PA at Albright. We got down to the parade early. We were on the front lines at Broad Street and Walnut Street for the parade. And once the buses passed us, we headed east on Walnut to 10th Street and walked south on 10th Street to the stadiums to witness the parade conclude at Citizens Bank Park. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience that hopefully happens again, so it'll be more than a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
That's the dream anyway, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Well, Max, thank you so much for taking time to chat with me today, and hope you're staying well, staying safe over there.
Yep, absolutely am, and I hope to see you back there in the Matchbox soon.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to go finish my workout here.
Perfect.
All right. See you, Max.
Cool. See you.